Hi everybody, this is Sherry, and I'm sorry that it's been quite a while since I've made a video. That pneumonia that I had really did take me a long time to get over, and I really am sorry, but I just didn't feel up to making any videos. But I'm back, and I have a really interesting ink and pen, and the ink is Iroshizuku Kon-Peki, and a lot of people are probably familiar with this, and it's a beautiful box. I've told you this before. I love these boxes and bottles of inks, and I'll open it up for you. And this is a nice ink. I've used it in one other of my pens, and it's such a pretty bottle, and it's a beautiful blue ink. I really like it. Has nice shading, and I'll fill it up. I've got a background here that's black, so it may be hard to see this case here. But this pen is a Pilot. I know I've been on a lot of Pilot pens, but this one I got a really awesome deal. I'm going to give a shameless plug. I'm not affiliated with them, get paid by them, or anything like that, but Fab Japan, I got this, and I'm not going to even try to pronounce this name, but it's a Pilot Custom Kaede maple pen, and normally this pen goes for $151.20, and I saw it advertised for $50, and so I got it, ordered it, and they contacted me and told me that it was a mistake, and but I had already paid for it, so they made good on it and went ahead and let me have it, and it was just a blessing of the Lord. I make no apologies for my faith, and the Lord really blessed me with that pen. So I'm going to open it up. The normal standard Pilot, it's plastic box. It's functional, but I would prefer, I don't know if you're like me, I've got a million of these cases, and I would prefer they'd send you a pouch, like a case to carry it in, like in your purse or something. Information here, all in Japanese. This is a Japanese pen, and here's the pen itself. It comes with a cartridge, black, and it looks like it has business cards in the bottom, the standard information. It's art craft pen because it's made out of wood, so there's a nice little thing. And here's the pens itself. It's a medium nib. This is a 14 karat nib. It says soft touch, so I've seen several of the custom pens that were advertised as soft, and I'm thinking that this will give you some variation in softness in your writing. And I'm going to put this to the side. And again, I really appreciate shout out to the Fab Japan gifts. That was a really decent thing to do, and I know you know, that was they didn't have to do that, and I really appreciate it. So they are a good, loyal company with integrity. Fab Japan gift. So I'm just going to say that right off the bat. And this pen, it is a wooden pen, custom made, handmade. It has custom art craft in very fine print here along the gold cap band, which is a smallish cap band, and it has a ball here and also a gold clip, and it has Pilot faintly written on it. It has just part of the wood, the maple at the top, with a very fine gold band where the clip is attached. The clip itself is functional. It's nice and stiff, but I think you could use that. I don't use clips. I don't think probably a lot of women do, but very nice. They said that would get a patina on it as you used it. It is a screw-off cap. And here's a look at the nib. Hope you can see the nib. It is a medium nib. It's a very ornate, pretty nib. It has Pilot medium. And I apologize, I can't really see. The glare is hard to see. It says medium, and I think it says 10 on it. But I'm not really sure. I do see that it says Pilot on it. I need my magnifying glass, which isn't close. Let's see how well it posts. It posts pretty nice. I don't like to post my pens, as you know, but that posts very nice. It's lightweight. It's certainly a smooth pen. It feels really good. And I'm going to put that cap off there and take this off and see if it came with a converter. It said it did. Yes, it did. A Kon-70, so that's really nice. It has the big converter, and so that's a good deal. I have never used one of these Kon-70s. I've always got the Kon-40 or the 20, so I'm not exactly sure how this bad boy works. Let's take this off and see. That must be the agitator in there. I've not really looked at one of these before, so I was kind of interested in it. There's a little, I don't know if you can see that. There's a little, looks like a rubber stopper almost like thing, and it slides up and down on this. I don't know if it's supposed to do that, but I assume it's supposed to do that. I'm not real sure how that works, how you get oh, I see. You go like that and it sucks it up in there. All right, that's cool. So there you go. I learned something. Well, let's get the Kon-Peki over here. It's funny. Does anybody else, when you say Kon-Peki, I always think cotton picking, just because I'm a hick. But Kon-Peki. So here we go. Let's get a handy dandy little wipe off thing and stick this down there and see how well this Kon-70 works. Wow, that works pretty darn good, people. That filled up super duper nice. I'm liking that. I mean, really, that's great. This is such a beautiful shade of blue. Kon-Peki is one of, now it's in my head, cotton picking. Kon-Peki is one of my favorite blues. It's subtle. It's not as intense as I thought, you know, but it does shade nicely. I'll put this back. And I'm not going to do an ink review today. I will come back and do a review on this ink. It is a beautiful ink, but today I was so excited to get this pen, and I was actually feeling better, and I thank everybody for any prayers they might have sent my way. And I was really, I had to go to the doctor so many darn times, get chest x-rays and whatnot, and medicines, and I'm finally, praise the Lord, better. Well, I'm going to use just this Topps Docket Gold notebook that I've used many times in the past, cheap paper. Let's see, this is Pilot Kon-Peki, K-O-N, Peki, P-E-K-I, Kon-Peki ink. And this is a Pilot, P-I-L-O-T, and I'm thinking it's, I had it written down, the name of this is Kaede, Kaede. I spelt it wrong even after looking. I apologize. I'm off my game today, people. but you got to cut me a little slack. I just got back. Let's see. I don't want to tell it to you wrong. It's Kaede. Kaede. Kaede, which means winds of autumn. I did look that up. Winds of autumn. And that's a pretty big line. It is a soft. I'm not really used to it. It'll take me a little while to learn how to write well with this. Let's see. Let's see if we can get any line variation. Yeah, you can. It is a really springy, soft nib. Let's see if it writes upside down. Not very good, I don't think. Maybe I'm not doing it right. I never do this. Not very good. Not really. Let me see. Yeah, it's writing very well the other way. Let's see. Yep, it's going down. It writes a little bit more intensely going down than up. And let's do a few of these little guys. I hope you guys had a better last month than I did. And I hope everybody gets out and votes and prays about it. Here we go. This is on cheap paper. Let's look at this. Let's look and see what this will do on, this is Clairefontaine. Let's see. I thought it was pretty appropriate to the name of this pen means Winds of Autumn, and it is really getting there. Yesterday was just beautiful here. It was one of the cooler days we'd had, and it was a nice relief. It had been very warm before that. Well, I got to tell you, this is a very smooth nib. It's soft. It's going to take me a little while to learn the pressure of it because you do have good line variation, and I'm not skilled at that. I've never really, practiced really making it real pretty with that. But it's lightweight. It has black plastic finger grip here. Smooth, very nice, smooth wood body of the pen. Again, a 14 karat medium nib, and it seems to be a true medium. Can you believe it's October and November, December, it's going to be Christmas in the blink of an eye. Yeah, and this is the ink. I'll just let you have a look at it on here. It's a beautiful light blue, and I'm going to. It wrote really nice, even better on this smooth pen. And here's a Rhodia dot pad here. And let's see here. Oh, smooth as glass. Just really super nice. Super, super, super nice. I just am really impressed with this nib. It's a beautiful wooden finish, a beautiful nib, and very simple and classic, clean lines. I like it. The only thing I'm not crazy about, and I've heard other people say this, is I'm not crazy about the design of the clip myself. I'm not crazy about the ball right there. I don't know. It just looks a little, I don't know. There's better, I think, more, I don't know, designs of a clip that I enjoy more. But it's functional and it's fine. Let's see. It is a very smooth, nice nib. Here's a look at that. Again, here's the ink. Very nice, pretty blue. Dries relatively fast, has good flow. I enjoy it. And I think one of the prettier, always the Tomo River. This is Tomo River here. And here we go. Very nice ink. This pen writes so nice on this smooth Tomo River paper. Just so beautiful. It's just really, I think this is probably, it is by far the most expensive pen I've ever owned. I've never owned one of this magnitude. But I'm impressed with it. I really truly am. I was beginning to wonder, because I have some really awesome pens. This Bauer 508 has a great nib. It's nothing springy, but it is, of course, the cheaper ones, sometimes the only problem I have with them is they sometimes don't want to start right up. The better ones, I gotta say, generally, that's one of the better qualities of them, is this has Magical Forest Diamine, the sparkly shimmer-tastic inks. I enjoy that. I think they're good quality inks, and I really like it. This one isn't too, to me these are not too in your face shimmery, and I do use them occasionally. I wish they made it without the sparkle, the exact same shade without the sparkle. It's be pretty cool. See, this is a really nice, inexpensive pen, and it writes really nice. I mean, when you consider that this pen was maybe $3, and which I didn't pay, but this was $151. Sometimes I don't know if the expensive ones are worth it, because some of the expensive ones aren't any better, in my opinion, than the, now this one is worth it. This is a great, really great experience here. I will probably use this pen a lot, I can tell. Nothing will have to be done to this, and just great, beautiful nib, smooth as butter. Now, I know a lot of people thought that the Stella 90s, was as smooth as butter, and they may be, I don't know, but mine was not. I had to use a little bit on the cardboard, and it's perfectly fine. It's not a bad nib. It's just it wasn't this smooth. Now it's a good nib. Now I'm not I'm not saying that, but if to get a look at the size on this capped, here's the Stella 90s, and here is the Pilot Lucina pen, so you can get an idea of the dimensions of this pen. It's 3 Pilot pens in order of size. This is the custom, and I cannot pronounce it correctly, but maple pen, and this is the Lucina in the Stella 90s. All good pens, very, very different nib experience. I use them, and I have a feeling the more this Stella is used, the better it will get. It's just one of those that needs a breaking in period. This, not so. This is a wonderful nib. Now, I will use this for a couple of months. I know a lot of people do not like people giving pen opinions when you've not really written with it very long. But this was, I will give a follow-up later, perhaps, if anybody's interested, to share my experience with some of these pens. But here's a look at this beautiful pen. I would never, I'm just not in the financial range where I can just, unless something happens, but I could never have bought an $151 pen. I saved and made some choices and got the $50, what I thought was a $50 pen. I was amazed and shocked that it was $151 and that the Lord blessed me to get this pen for $50. So I'm really very grateful. But it is probably the best writing pen I have out of the box. It is a really nice, smooth, and you get the Con 70 converter, and it holds a tremendous amount of ink, and it is a plus all the way around. So I really, so far, really recommend this pen. It's a gorgeous pen as far as the wood. It is holds a good quantity of ink. The nib is truly, I can say this, is butter smooth. This is a really butter smooth nib, very soft. You can get line variation. You couldn't, the only thing, anybody that writes upside down, again, I don't. Maybe if I pushed a little harder there, I could get some, but I wouldn't, I wouldn't probably recommend it. It's not the best in the world. You could do it, and it posts well, and just really nice. I really enjoy this, and the ink is pretty. I've smeared this, but the ink is a beautiful color, and I will do a update on it later. But I hope you've enjoyed this, and again, I apologize to my subscribers for not doing a review lately, but I hope you'll forgive me. I am feeling better now, and I've got another pen coming in, and I'll give it a review. And I had seen that Stephen Brown, he does shootouts. I don't know that I would call mine that, because that was a great idea. That was pretty cool. But I will do some comparisons to some of these pens to let you know how the cheap ones stack up against some of the expensive ones, and let you know my opinion on them. And again, they are my opinion. My experience may be totally different from yours, but I'll try to give you as best of a review as I can. And I thank you all. God bless you. You guys be safe. I really enjoy my time together, and I appreciate your prayers. I'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.